Welcome to In Focus. I'm Brian Jackson. My guest is Larry Burmeister to discuss the upcoming Champaign County Fair. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Brian.
Larry, how did you get involved with the Champaign County Fair Association?
Well, going back several years, which we won't mention, I was an exhibitor out at the fair and showed in the various hog classes and had the grand champion barrel back in 1964. Little history, I went to the University of Illinois, and then from there was involved with the fair on a number of levels. We particularly in the swine carcass program, which is something that we don't have anymore, but it was near and dear to my heart. So from there I went on the board of directors, and the last 2 years I've been treasurer of the county fair.
Okay, they don't have an actual manager anymore. They just have like 12 board of directors, right?
Yes, we do have for this year a manager, which is Karen Duffin, and she's been the manager for a number of years. But we're going to try a new strategy. We're using the board, more involved with the board, and see if we can manage it from that standpoint, because it's a huge job and it's a lot of pressure for anyone. And so I feel that we can better accomplish this by spreading the duties out so that we can get more accomplished.
What are the different aspects in this upcoming Champaign County Fair? Are there going to be any like new rides? Are there going to be any new amusements? Are there going to be new vendors? Are there going to be a lot more vendors? Are there going to be more rides? Are there going to be...
Well, we have a similar program that we've had in the past. We're going to have hopefully more rides. We want to make this a family-orientated year for the fair, and obviously we need rides that appeal to the kids in the community. We depend a lot on the support of the community for attendance, and as you're aware of, with the state of Illinois, we've had a lot of cuts. The fairs are what used to be 2/3 are down to less than 20% participation funding-wise, and so this puts a larger burden on the fairs, all the county fairs, and we just need to solicit the community to come out and support us.
Okay, a guy that had been at the fair for over 70 years, is he coming back? The colors, French fries, are they coming back?
The family is. He, of course, died a couple of years ago, but yes, he'll be back. That's always been one of the main attractions for the fair, and I think that their family will be back, along with a lot of the familiar vendors from years past. We wanted to grow that this year and next year, and that'll be our emphasis for adding new and improved rides and community involvement programs. We're getting more involved with the 4-H, and we want to have them participate more with the fair and become a focal point for the 4-H in the future.
Tell us a little bit about the Champaign-Urbana Optimist Club's involvement with the fair.
Champaign Optimist has been for many years, I don't know the exact number, but have been taking tickets at the gates, and they've been a major asset to the community. In this day and age of volunteerism, which is shrinking, we need all the help that we can get. Of course, they're paid, and some of this money, of course, goes into their coffers to provide support for local charities and their main projects. But they've been a focal point of the fair for a number of years, and will be the same for this year.
Tell us a little about the Champaign County Fair Queen and what are her responsibilities. Tell us about who she is, where she's from, tell us a little bit about what her responsibilities will be leading up to her competition for the state crown in Springfield in January.
We have, about 2 weeks ago approximately, we have, or we, not we, the board, but the people have selected Chandler Burns. She's from Gifford, the daughter of Steve and Christine Burns. She's a senior in high school this year, and she plans to go to the University of Illinois in specializing in agribusiness. And she will represent, of course, the fair in January for the State Fair Queens. She will be out there every day representing the fair to each of the days in the participation. Last year's queen was actively involved in every presentation, the tractor pull. So from that standpoint, she's a big focal point for the fair, county fair this year.
What is the schedule for this year's events? I mean, of the fair on a daily basis. What is the daily schedule for the upcoming
Friday,
fair?
July 20th, we have live in concert Lee Bryce and Kip Moore. This is a country western program, and I understand that they both have top 20 hits on the market right now, and it should be a good attraction. We wanted to kick off the fair with a positive note. Hopefully with the weather and everything like that, we can get a good start to the year. Then on Saturday is Military Day with special parade and the annual classic and custom car show from 12 to 4. We have a motorcycle rodeo from 6 p.m. Sunday, of course, is our family day and 4-H fair agriculture day with horse shows, religious service, and we have the 4th annual firefighter water ball competition from 12 to 4, which should add some fun to the community programs. Then at 6 o'clock, we have Tony Pearson's Hell Drivers. It's a stunt show that should thrill various classes of people that would be interested in that. July 23rd, we start off with horse racing, livestock day, judging events. Tuesday, January 24th is Democratic Day and Senior Citizens Day. Wednesday is Republican Day, motorcycle races, and the Dick Andre Memorial Race at 6:30. That's always been a favorite of the fans. Then July 26th, it's 4-H Day at the fair, and the Champaign-Urbana Optimist Youth Day. From 3 to 5, they can purchase unlimited ride booklets with a paying adult. We need to bring that out because you can't just drop the kids off and let them go. But that's been a favorite thing. And then we have the World Championship Rodeo at 7 o'clock, which is on Thursday the 26th. Friday, July 27th, is Shelby Motor presents the Monster Truck Nationals, which has been a big hit in past. And then on Saturday, we wrap it up with a Youth Day, tractor pull contest starting at 11 o'clock, and the championship semi-truck pull at 5. The carnival hours are from, opens at 1 o'clock and runs until midnight.
I see a lot of events you mentioned, Larry, are new to this year's fair. How did you get these new events lined up?
Well, we visited a lot of fairs in the area to find what they have that are particularly draws to the community and appeal. We used to have 3 demo derby days, and frankly, we just ran out of cars. And so we've limited that to 1 day, and it seems hopefully it'll go over better. We'll have a good supply of cars and vehicles to wreck and attract a lot of people.
How much does it cost to get into the fair for the various days?
It's $5 per adults, and kids under 12, under 13, I'm sorry, are free. There's no parking charge, so consequently, we're trying to maintain that level of cost, even though the state fair went to $7 this year, and at some point in time, we might be looking at an increase in prices, but at this time, we're on the same price schedule as we were last year.
Okay, what is the primary responsibility of the board of directors of the fair compared to a position that Keith Kessler used to hold or Jim Prefer used to hold? What is this sort of, in what way is it different than what they did?
Well, we're trying to put more people in a position of management, if you will. It's maybe a micromanagement, but they're in charge of certain facets of the fair. And hopefully by doing that, we erase some of the burden of the fair manager per se, because it's a strenuous job and it just puts a lot of stress, unneeded. You know, we as a board meet monthly throughout the year. Now, this year in July, we have 2 board meetings to make decisions on things such as rain insurance and so forth. An interesting part, this is our 160th anniversary for the fair, which basically goes back to 1852. I didn't know this, but in researching some of this, the original fairgrounds was located on Green and I believe 3rd, where the Century 21 building is now. And in 1909, they moved to their present location and was incorporated as a non-for-profit. So we have a lot of history, we have a lot of tradition, and we want to make this a successful fair venture for all the community.
Anything else would you like to add, Larry?
No, just come out to the fair and support the fair, because we need it, basically because of the cutbacks in the state funding.
Larry, thank you very much for joining me on In Focus.
Thank you very much, Brian.
All righty. My guest has been Larry Burmeister to discuss the upcoming Champaign County Fair. I'm Brian Jackson. Thank you very much for joining us for In Focus.